You think you know what's inside your own body? You have no idea. Have you ever felt like there's a part of you that's a total mystery? A secret world buzzing with activity right under your skin? Well, you are more right than you could have ever guessed. Your body isn't even yours. It's a giant city for trillions of tiny creatures, bacteria, fungi, and viruses that make up our microbiome. For decades, we thought we had a handle on who lived there. We were completely wrong. Scientists just dropped a bombshell. They found a completely new and mysterious class of virus-like things hiding in the microbes inside of us. They're calling them obelisks, and they could be inside you right now. This isn't science fiction. This is a brand new chapter in human biology, and the story is just getting started. Even the top scientists are freaking out. One of them literally said, "It's insane. The more we look, the more crazy things we see." The story kicks off with a science paper that basically broke the internet in early 2024. A team at Stanford University, led by a biologist named Ivan Geladev, were doing what is basically digital archaeology, which is insane. They were digging through 5.4 million sets of published genetic data from all over the world, looking for new types of RNA. And in that giant digital haystack, they found something nobody was even looking for. They found something that shouldn't exist. These were microscopic things made of RNA, DNA sister molecule, that were unlike anything in science. They weren't viruses, they weren't bacteria, they didn't fit in any known category. The scientists described them as a totally new class of viroid-like elements. They published their findings so the whole world could see what could literally rewrite the science textbooks. They named these new things obelisks. They called them that because their tiny RNA strands fold into these crazy symmetrical rod shapes like ancient monuments. A perfect name for something that was hidden right under our noses. So what are these things? I'm going to break it down for you, and it is wild. Think of the biological world like a video game with different levels of complexity. On one end, you have us. On the other, you have super simple things. Before this, the simplest we knew were called viroids. A viroid is just a naked little circle of RNA, the absolute most basic set of instructions possible. They're known for infecting plants, like potatoes and avocados. Then you've got viruses. They're a level up. They have genetic code, but it's packed inside a protective protein shell. Obelisks seem to live in the bizarre, empty space between them. Like viroids, they're unbelievably small, just tiny loops of RNA about 1,000 genetic letters long. For comparison, your own body has 3 billion. Their tiny size is why nobody saw them until now. And just like a viroid, they don't have the code to make their own protective shell. But, and this is the crazy part, these super tiny things contain instructions that create brand new proteins that nobody has ever seen before. The scientists have named these new proteins oblins. In fact, the instructions for these oblin proteins take up half of the obelisk's entire tiny genome. This is a huge deal because it blurs all the lines. Obelisks have the simplicity of a viroid, but can make proteins like a more complex virus while being totally unique. They're a new class of life that changes the rules of biology. Finding these things was just step one. They found almost 30,000 different types. So the next question was, where are they? And the answer is literally everywhere, including inside of us. By digging through millions of genetic databases, the Stanford team found obelisks in samples from all over the planet. But the crazy part is that they're thriving inside the human body. In your gut, maybe 1 out of 10 people have them, but in your mouth, the number is way higher. Obelisks showed up in around 50% of the oral samples they looked at. That means half the people watching this video could have obelisks in their mouth right now. And they're not just passing through. They found the same ones in people for over 300 days. They've moved in and are living inside of us rent-free. The fact that there are so many of them and they're so widespread proves they've colonized humans on a global scale without anyone noticing until now. This leads to the most important question of all. What have they been doing inside us this whole time? This is the million-dollar question that scientists are now racing to answer. Are these things harmless? Are they helping us? Or are they secretly causing problems? Right now, the simple answer is we have no idea. The first study didn't connect obelisks to any diseases, but they got their first huge clue when they finally found a host, the creature the obelisk was actually living inside. After searching and searching, they finally found one. They found an obelisk living inside a common bacteria called Streptococcus sanguinis. And guess where that bacteria lives? On your teeth. This was a massive breakthrough. The first time one of these viroid-like things was ever found living inside bacteria. They even managed to study it in the lab. They saw the obelisk could copy itself inside the bacteria, but it didn't seem to hurt the bacteria's ability to grow. This might mean it's a neutral relationship, or maybe even a helpful one. But the real secret might be the oblin proteins. One of these proteins has a shape that suggests it could attach to things inside its host cell. This hints that obelisks could be changing how the bacteria inside you work, and if they can change the bacteria in your gut and mouth, they could be messing with your digestion, your immune system, literally anything. But for now, that's just a crazy theory. The fact that they've only found one host for one of the 30,000 types of obelisks shows how big of a mystery this is. This is a real mystery unfolding right now. And if you want to know what happens next, you have to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. We will give you the updates the second they come out. Okay, this discovery is bigger than you think. It completely changes what we thought we knew about life. First, some scientists think these could be a missing link from the beginning of life on Earth, a bridge between simple RNA and complex viruses. That is absolutely insane to think about. This also opens up a whole new level to the world inside us. For years, we focused on bacteria and viruses. Now we have an entirely new class of things to worry about. We've been studying our bodies for centuries, and this whole new thing has been there the entire time. Could they be the reason for mystery illnesses? Could we use them to make us healthier? The possibilities are endless. The tools they use to find obelisks can now be used to find other unknown things. This discovery proves there are still huge secrets hidden in our own bodies, just waiting to be found. As one scientist said, it just shows how much more there is to discover in a world that's way more complex than we ever dreamed. All right, to recap this insanity, scientists found a completely new class of things called obelisks living inside the microbes in our bodies. These mystery RNA rods are found all over the world, especially in our mouths, but what they do is almost a complete mystery. We know they can make never-before-seen proteins, and we found one of their bacterial hosts, Streptococcus sanguinis, but we have no idea if they're a friend, an enemy, or just along for the ride. What we do know is that the story of obelisks shows just how much more we have to learn, even about our own bodies. And get this science is so new, it hasn't even officially been peer-reviewed yet. You are hearing about this at the very beginning. I want to know what you think. Drop a comment below with your craziest theory about what these obelisks are doing. And for real, if you thought this was crazy, you have to subscribe. We're going to follow this story to the end, and you won't want to miss it.